welcome to Tobar's Realm. Today I think I'm going to make a 20-sided dice out of 1/4 inch steel plate. So I just printed up a pattern and folded and assembled it just to get an idea of the size. And this seems about right. It's the size of a medium cantaloupe, I guess. So what I did is I just cut out one of those facets and transferred it to some cardboard just to make it a little easier to outline. And I'm gonna start cutting these out of 1/4 inch plate. Alright, well I got all 20 of them cut out. Now I'm going to go back and deburr all these. Alright, so I got all the edges cleaned up. And now what I'm going to do is take it with the angle grinder and take off basically bevel the inside edges, because when they fit together it's going to be something like this. And there's a pretty significant gap where those edges come together, so I'm going to bevel the inside. I'm not looking to get like a perfect seamless fit here, but I do want it to be a little closer than that. So I'm going to do that. Alright, well I just ground a bevel into 2 of the 3 sides on a bunch of these. And just kind of got them tacked up here, literally. And that's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and bevel the rest of the edges on all of them, because that seems to be the right angle basically for it. Alright, I got all the bevels done. Just put this part together. It's lining up nice. Just using some magnets to hold it in place. So I think I'm going to tack this together. And then I'll do another one and then make sure they are the same size. Well, I got them tacked together. I forgot to film it, but it wasn't that exciting. Just put a couple little tacks there. And now the fun part will be trying to get the sides lined up so they're right. So I'm going to fiddle around with that for a while. Alright, so I've been messing around trying to figure out how I'm going to do the sides. And what I think I'll do is I just put this in the same configuration as the top and bottom. But what I'm going to do is only tack 2 of these, which would essentially be these 3 pieces right here. And I'm hoping that will keep things lined out. Alright, well I got it all tacked and it turned out pretty good. There's a couple spots I'm going to go back and try and make better. Like this one right here is kind of sticking up. It's got some room, so I'll grind those off and re-tack it. There's a couple I think I can make better, but overall I think it's alright, so I'll do that. Alright, I got all the angles cleaned up pretty good, so time to weld it. Alright, I got them all welded. I'm going to let this cool for a little while and then grind it off and then look for spots that might have holes or whatever, but I think it went alright. Alright, so continuing on with the grinding. This is how far I got with it yesterday. Just kind of getting it sized out. And there's some spots where I'll probably have to do a little tack weld just to fill that in. So I'm just going to keep refining it. Alright, well, I got it ground down so that it's pretty close to even on all those facets. Now I need to go back and do a few spot welds where I ended up grinding through a weld or where I just didn't have really good penetration. So I'm just going to go put some little spot welds on that and then grind those off. Alright, I got it all sanded down with the angle grinder. So I'm going to go back and do it again and with this flat disc and smooth it out a little bit. Hopefully that'll be fine enough so I can just paint. I did weld a couple little holes and cracks I came across. But I'm glad to be done with the grinder part. That took a lot longer than I anticipated. Alright, so I'm starting on put the numbers on this thing, and I just put a line there and then off the bottom by 1/2 inch just to try to keep it square. I'm going to redo this one. I was just practicing on it to see if it fit right. So just got these number stickers. So I'm going to put them on there the way they're supposed to be for a 20-sided dice. And then once I get those on there, I'm just going to put a little thin coat of some white spray paint. Then peel the numbers off and etch them into the metal. So I'm going to start working on getting these numbers put where they need to be. Alright, I got all my stickers on there and double checked they all opposite side add up to 21, so they should be in the right spot. Now I'm just going to put a thin coat of spray paint on it. Alright, so the paint's dried and just started taking off these stickers. Use this little dental pick thing. Try to get, if I can get under it and pull the whole sticker up, that's always nice. Gotta be careful I don't mess up the paint. So I'm just gonna continue taking these off as carefully as I can. I got all the stickers removed, so it's looking pretty good. Now there's a little bit of the adhesive still stuck on here. I cleaned a couple of them. This one, like 16, I cleaned off. So I'm just going to use a Q-tip with some rubbing alcohol and just go in and clean that out of there. Not sure if that would affect the etching process or not, but I don't want to have it be an issue, so I'm going to clean it up. Alright, so I'm ready to start etching, and something I hadn't really thought about was where to attach the electrode on this, because there's nothing for it to really grab onto, so I just used a little bit of wire here and clamped it onto one of the bare spots, so that hopefully that makes a good circuit. I don't want any kind of sparking or anything like that. So hopefully that won't be an issue. And then I just got my battery charger with a little cotton ball. I'm going to dip in salt water, and then I can electro etch. So let's try it out. I hear it sizzling, so I'm just gonna work on getting these etched. Alright, so I got them all etched except for the 10. Unfortunately, that was from the clamps that when I attached it to the 11, I didn't really think about it, and the other side of the clamps like screwed up the paint, so I'm gonna have to redo that one, but I got the rest done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull all this paint off, see how we do, and then I'll have to do that 10 individually. But other than that, it went pretty good. It just looks ugly and I gotta clean it up. Alright, so just remove the paint off of the first facet here. This one is the 9, obviously, and I just added a little dot behind it so you wouldn't be confused with the 6. Just using a little wire brush attachment for the drill to take the paint off, and then I'll have to do that 10 again, wherever that's at. Yeah, got all messed up from the clamps, so I'll just redo that one by itself, I guess. So let's wire wheel this off. Well, I got that 10 done, and now I'm gonna go clean it up again, but all the etching turned out pretty good, I think. So get it cleaned up again. Okay, so all cleaned up. It's looking pretty good, I think. So now I'm going to go back and put the number stickers back in all of these parts I just etched, and in preparation for painting. So what I'm going to do is use purple glitter spray I just got at the craft store. So hopefully that'll turn out alright. This is just a little test piece. So here we go. Well, that's frustrating. About 2 minutes into it, the nozzle stopped working and it was just sputtering and spitting. It was a brand new can too. Now I gotta go try to return it and get another one. Well, I just put the second coat on this. Actually, it's kind of a first coat because I did the other side of it, and then my spray can broke for some reason, so I got a new one and just did the next coat on the other side. So leave this till tomorrow to do another one. Alright, well, I got it painted. I did like 4 or 5 coats, basically enough to cover the stickers completely. You like barely see them on there, like a 5 and 13, I think. I don't know, but now it's time to pull those stickers off. Alright, I got all the numbers cleaned up. So time to clear coat it. Well, I'm basically done with this thing, but honestly, I don't really like how it turned out with this metallic paint on it. Can't even really tell that it's etched. It just looks like a stencil. So I've been thinking about it, and I think I'm just going to wire wheel all this paint off after all that. I think it'll look cooler being silver with the etching in it than it looks like with this. I was thinking it might look more like an actual 20-sided dice, but I'm not happy with it. So I'm going to take all this paint off after all that. But sometimes that's what you got to do. You never know. I got most of the paint off. Still a couple little spots that. But now I'm gonna sand it down with 220, try and get it shinier. Alright, all done with it. I also built this box. I didn't film any of it, but it turned out pretty nice, I think. So this dice's name is Massive. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm glad I got rid of that sparkle paint. I ended up polishing it to 2000 grit, and it's got some imperfections on it, but I think it turned out pretty cool. So thanks for watching. Till next time.